And Jack and his dad, Michael, join us now. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to see you both.
So we're now a year in to this cataclysmic event in your life.
Yes, exactly how I describe it. I'm told off.
Have you grown up yet?
Yeah, I think...
No.
Yes!
What do you mean, yes?
I've grown up. I've grown and evolved and, you know, I'm a lot more prepared than I was when I made that
Which
show.
is good because Elsie's a year old.
Yeah.
Right.
The series starts before she's arrived, of course, with your nerves and your concern. Michael, how did you feel when Jack told you he was going to be a father?
Surprised, worried,
Excited.
excited.
Maybe would be another word.
Yes, excited. Yes.
What were your
very excited.
major concerns?
Whether he'd be able to cope, really. I think that was my big concern.
That I'm not a serious person.
No, exactly.
You told me...
I said you'd have to pull yourself together. Now, you're a serious person from this day on.
Yeah.
So start behaving like one.
Yeah. He said, outsource it, nanny up, he said. He was like, you should be like that Chelsea chairman, just get one of everything.
But he was also very his advice was very good. Did his advice stand you in good stead?
Did you
stay away from the business end?
Yes, that piece of advice, which... I mean, I know, that I really could have done without. I did stay away from the business end of things. I wish there's other things that, you know... Like, that was a part of the learning experience is how overwhelming the birth is, and I wish I'd got more advice and not just stand down the business end of things. I wish someone had told me how odd they look when they come out, the babies, because no one tells you that.
How would you describe
well, as in
them?
because they, like, they don't come out of the oven looking Star Baker quality.
No one's winning Bake Off.
No, you're like, I think this might need to go back in.
As she comes out.
I know. And then, so...
They look a bit like E.T.
I know, and the
E.T.
presentation skills aren't great. They don't clean them up. The cord was still hanging out. It's like, it's still on charge.
Did you do the
snip?
I did do the snip, yeah.
Because, Michael, you were a little bit concerned about the umbilical cord and whether Jack should be snipping it.
I was.
Yes.
Very concerned about it.
Yeah.
And also, I wasn't absolutely sure what it was. Again, because my wife, Hilary, your mother...
Thank you.
...was a doula for quite a long time. So she was right up there at the business end. Hilary, incidentally, secret crush, you.
On me?
Yeah.
On Shep?
Yeah.
Right. What?
Yeah.
She's over there.
I mean, no longer secret.
I was going to say.
Am I her hall pass?
I think you're on the list.
Yeah.
On the list?
Yeah.
You're on the list.
Yeah.
You're
Hilary,
below
you've got
Jamie
a
Redknapp, but above Alan Titchmarsh, so you're doing well.
Well, I've already been lucky enough to meet Hilary, and we've been discussing all sorts straight away. Can I just point out, one of my favourite moments was when you went into the sweatbox with your mum.
Don't tell her that. She's going to be over the moon now.
And it seems like that was quite a shock to you when she had disrobed. I mean, there's some full frontal nudity there, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do feel like that's slightly my fault, because in the past 5 series of Travels with My Father, there is not a series where I don't end up getting my kit off. So I think I'd set that precedent. But, yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting to get an eyeful. Ben's favourite scene.
There you go.
Look how happy she is.
I wish she was mic'd at this point.
There were lots of things in there, though, that you both experienced that was, I'm with you, Jack, I didn't do the prenatal classes, but taking your dad to one of those bump and baby classes, that was quite an experience.
Terrible, terrible decision. I mean, we went and we learned a lot, didn't we?
Well, I wasn't looking to learn. I wasn't planning to have babies.
But you picked up some tips. Perineal massage. You learned about perineal
we
massage.
saw you getting involved with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the action?
technique? I don't know. I think the technique has improved since then.
That seemed like an interesting thing to have to practice or do. The perineal massage.
Perineal massage, yeah. But it's part of it.
And what were your thoughts on that, Michael?
I don't have thoughts about that sort of thing.
But you could use the perineal massage.
What for?
I'm sure Hilary would love that. Give her a perineal massage.
Ridiculous.
You can shut her eyes, imagine it's Ben. Could be a wonderful evening in.
The one thing Michael did love, however, was operating the TENS machine.
I did.
Ah, yes.
When Jack
Did you see that?
says...
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
It was slightly scientific Nazi. That was
Is it safe?
that was the look.
Yeah.
There was
Here it
sort
is.
of 40 years of pain of bringing him up, going into that moment when you had that power.
It was.
We filmed, what, there's four shows, 4 hours? That's the only time he smiles in the entire series, is when he's torturing his son with the TENS machine.
What did it actually feel like?
Yeah, it was very, very painful. But I have been pointed out, like, since the show's been released on Twitter by a lot of people, not as painful as childbirth. Don't you dare
really
think
clear,
that it's as bad.
really clear.
Yes, I think so.
You've said in the past that you weren't going to do any more travels with my father. You weren't going to do it, but would you be open to doing more? Because this was such fun, such joy to watch, Jack.
I think the problem with this show that we're doing is that Jack said to me 9 months ago, Daddy, why don't we do a new...
Michael, I didn't say Daddy.
Sorry. Michael, why don't we do a new series for Netflix? Because they're very keen for us to do a new series. I said, absolutely great. Have you got anything in mind? And he said, yes, actually. I've got a really good idea. And I said, right, and what is it then? Well, we call it Documentaries with My Father. And I said, oh, that's a sexy title. I love that. What are you doing? Documentaries with My Father. And what would we actually do? And he said, well, we travel around the world doing sort of documentary-type stories and about people and the future, all that. And I said, Jack, just grow up. There's no way they're going to want to do that. And they did.
We're fading.
The orchestra's playing you off, I'm afraid.
The new show is on Netflix. Join us this morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.